Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Security Guard Command. Sean did a video this morning, live, and he talked about the importance of phone calls and answering your phones as a business owner. And I have to agree with him 100%. I've got a background in telecom. I used to be a customer service representative for AT&T Wireless in one of their call centers. And then I became a manager in one of those call centers. And absolutely 100%. Phone calls are important. It's part of communication, and every phone call that comes in is a potential business opportunity, which is money in your pockets. And if you're not answering those calls, then as Sean said, they are going to go to the next person who answers the phone, and most likely they will be the ones that get the business. It is extremely important that the phone be answered. I get that it's a very, very busy job to answer phones, and sometimes you're just not available. You can't answer the phone. I have a suggestion, a solution to the phone issue. Guys, a lot of people I see run their security businesses off of their cell phones. And hey, it works, but it's not efficient. And you do miss a lot of phone calls, especially when you are busy at a client site or in a meeting, can't answer the phone. That phone call goes to your voicemail. 9 times out of 10, that person is going to just hang up. They're not going to leave a message. They're going to call the next company on their list. So the solution that I have is to establish your own phone system. And you could go through carriers like AT&T, Comcast, Xfinity, what have you, but they're expensive. They cost a lot of money. I have a solution here that's actually very cheap, very affordable, and you can run it on your own. There's several options available. So let me get right into it. I'm going to flip the camera around to the other view so I can show you my computer screen and give you an idea of what your options are. So here we go. All right, guys, so here's a shot of my computer screen right here. This is called FreePBX. This is free software that you can download and run on your own. There are a lot of options. You can run this software on an old PC, throw it in your garage or right next to your router, and you can run phone off of this. One thing that you do need to have is a static IP address at your where your internet is. So if you've got Comcast Business or you got a business class internet with a static IP, perfect. You can actually do a lot of setup. There are forums online that you can actually use to do step-by-step instructions on how to set this stuff up. You can learn. There is a learning curve if you do it on your own and install it on your own. This system here I am running. I am running it on a server platform called DigitalOcean.com, and it was fairly easy to set up. There's actually some tutorials online. If you just if you Google install FreePBX on DigitalOcean Droplet, then you can follow a step-by-step guide to get this set up, and it's very quick and easy. And I set this up, and I think my estimated cost for running this system every month is $8.14. Very, very affordable, very cheap. And this is just a full-blown phone system, guys. The features that you will get out of this, let me pause for a second. All right, we are back online now. I just had to log in. So the features that you will get out of this phone system are the same features that you would find at major corporations. All right, I'm gonna go right here to applications. Now, you can do announcements, calendar events, you can call flow control, you can do conference rooms, you can build directories so you can dial by name, you can set up all your extensions, you can do what's called follow me, so you can set up an extension for a phone line and then add your cell phone to that, and then if you don't answer after a couple of rings, it will automatically ring to your cell phone or to another extension. You've got IVR, which is the automated voice response, so you can do press 1 to reach sales, press 2 to reach support, that sort of thing. And you can set up a whole call tree in this system here. And again, guys, this software is free to use if you want to run it yourself. Bit of a learning curve, but it's not impossible. There's plenty of forums online to answer questions and get help. You've got paging and intercom options, which are really cool. You can actually do paging and intercom in your office or on even remote cell phones if the soft phone software that you use on your phone is free. And this is VoIP, guys. So you can install a VoIP app and run it on your own system. You can park calls, which is a really great feature. You answer a phone call and let's say that you need somebody else to pick up the call because you're a little busy You say, would you mind holding, please? They say, sure. You say, okay, and then you dial the code for park the call. It gives you an extension in the parking lot, and then you can then tell your other guy, hey, pick up the call on 6492. Then they dial 6492 on their phone, and it picks up the phone call as if it was on hold. So you can literally have anybody else pick up that call. We got call queues here, which is a waiting queue, so you don't miss a phone call. This is where you have one or two people answering phones, but both people are busy. You can have that person choose, they can wait in a queue until the next available person is available, then their phone will ring and they can answer the call, and it's a first come, first serve. So whoever answers it first gets that call. You've got queue priorities, ring groups. You can you can do caller ID. There's text to speech options. So you can actually have it read back things in real time. There's time conditions. So after hours, you can have it automatically route to a different phone number or to a voicemail if you're after hours and you don't want to answer after hours. And it supports wake up calls. That's what you find in the hotels, guys, where you can set a time for someone to be called to wake them up. There are tons of features. I mean, a lot of the stuff most of you may not use, but it's available to you. I use a service provider called FlowRoute for my provider. I pay less than 1 penny per minute. Whoops, did I type something wrong? I did. I pay less than 1 penny a minute for my service provider. And guys, I mean, I'm talking like even when I was running this for another business, I set this up for a customer service department on a business, and we were getting calls all day long nonstop, and we paid, I think it was $40 a month tops to keep this thing running. I'm gonna have to log into here, but this is the provider that I use. It's easy to use. You go in and you do your settings and everything. Again, all of this step-by-step stuff is available in thing. And if you guys want to run a phone system, I'd be happy to help and answer questions as well. There is so many options that you can do. I'm going to go to the dashboard here. This is FreePBX, and I'm running this for about just under $9 a month, plus the usage that I have on my FlowRoute phone system or provider. Let me jump to another option. I'm going to pause the video. I'll be back in just a second. All right, guys, I came back. I got to the pricing page on FlowRoute.com, and what we got here is an inbound domestic rate. Look at this rate, guys, here, 0.005. It's a half a cent per minute for incoming calls. And then if you look over here, you can actually buy phone numbers, or you can buy 888 numbers, 877 numbers, any local phone number you need, you can buy. You can also port numbers in. So if you want to keep your cell phone number as your business number, you can port it into here, make arrangements with your cell phone carrier to reactivate your line under a different phone number if you want to do so. A little bit of a process, but it's not impossible. You can keep your number and move it over to this phone system. And then you can then route business calls to your new cell phone number, but keep your existing business number and put it into this phone system. Phone numbers are fairly cheap to keep. Here's the local number portability. Monthly recurring charge to have that phone number stored on this system is 50 cents a month. Very cheap, very affordable. Local port order. You can pay expedited fees, but toll-free, you can do toll-free numbers on here. There's just so many features available on here. Again, FlowRoute.com if you want to look at the pricing and information. I'm going to go ahead and go over to the other option. If you don't want to set up your own phone system and run it yourself, there are some hosted options available. So I'm going to go to those now. All right, we're back here. I am at FreePBXHosting.com. These are the managed plans. These are the ones where they actually have somebody that helps you manage your phone system. You get support, and it's a little bit of a higher price. You got the economy for $79.99. You get a 10 to 15 call pass, which means you can have 10 to 15 incoming calls at one time. 35 to 40 users, that's extensions. You can give every single security guard their own extension so you can reach them directly through this phone system. You got unlimited bandwidth, and it's professionally maintained. You can go to $99 and you basically get more concurrent calls, up to 40 to 200 users, unlimited bandwidth. So those two options. If you go to the unmanaged, that's where you start to save some money and you can actually learn to do it yourself. The economy, which in my opinion is more than adequate for a small security company, $19.99 a month, 10 to 15 calls, 35 to 40 users. You get all that safe. You get full reduction. You have to self-manage it though, so you have to learn a little bit on how to keep this going. If you have run a little bit of a larger security company and you need more concurrent calls at a time, then you can go to the $40 a month, and it's also self-managed. This is a great option for those of you that don't want to install and operate your own phone system. I mean, this one here is does the same thing as what I just showed you for $8 a month, but they install it for you, and then it's up to you to run it after that. The $8 a month one that I'm running here is on DigitalOcean.com. I have to go through the steps to install the software on my own, so it's a little bit more involved, but it is cheaper. This one here, they take care of all the stuff at the base level. The software itself you manage. So this is a great option if you don't have the time to learn. $20 a month plus whatever your usage is on FlowRoute.com at about half a cent per minute. Also, they've got some really great international calling rates available to you as well. All right, guys, and here is a view of the soft phone. This is called Grandstream Wave Lite, and this is just a free app that you can download. You can go in here and you can actually set up your phone accounts. You can like set up each individual extension. So what I've got here is the ability to dial a number. So I could dial a number here. You know, and so basically it's a phone, hey guys. It's a VoIP phone, and you can dial extensions and dial directly, or you can dial external phone numbers, and then again you've got to configure that in your phone system for outbound routes. A little bit of a learning curve, but it's not impossible, and once you got it set up, you don't have to worry about it anymore. But there's so many features that you can use in here. Again, the conference calling would be a great option for security companies to do a debrief in the morning or a brief in the morning at the beginning of shifts. You can literally say you have shifts start at 8 o'clock. You could have everybody jump on that conference call at 8 o'clock, and you guys can go over things for 15 minutes every morning or every couple of days. That way everyone's on the same page. You should have gone into airplane mode. Anyway, you guys can do conference calls and make it easy to do like a briefing in the morning remotely. And these conference calls are free, guys, as long as you use the internal extension to dial in and you use this app here. You can also set it up to dial from an external number and dial into the phone system. You know, this system also has a full-blown voicemail platform, so you can do voicemail on this phone system as well. I mean, it's literally got everything you need to run a full-blown phone company on this phone system. So this is the app. It's very basic, but it's very functional. Guys, if you really would like to have a phone system, I would highly recommend this. Another thing you can do is you can set up a call queue so that if you have, or you can set up a whole separate phone number for just your clients. You can have multiple phone numbers coming into this and route those numbers to wherever you want, to a queue, directly to an extension, or to an outside cell phone number. You can have an emergency line for your clients so that if they need something, they can call that number. It will ring to a queue, and you can set up multiple numbers to ring, even external numbers in that queue. So you have an after-hours support number for your clients. You can have them dial that number, and they can enter a PIN, and you can set up all these PINs so that people can, only authorized persons can call in. You set up a PIN, they dial their PIN, and then it will ring to the queue, and then you can have it set up for multiple cell phone numbers to ring, and whoever answers it first gets the call. And so if there's an emergency, you can have it set up to have 3 different people answer phones. You can even have, if you have a trusted employee who is on call, you can have him answer that phone for you, and then he can decide, you know, what needs to be done, or route the call to you, wake you up, whatever. So you can actually set it all up to be very flexible to route these calls however you want. Let's say this phone system crashes and goes down, whatever. You can also have a failover in FlowRoute so that if the phone system for some reason is not connecting anymore, you can route those calls directly to a cell phone, and you can go back to the old way until the phone system is back up and running. So very flexible, guys. Very good option for these small security companies to get on board with a much higher caliber phone system. Plus, not to mention, when you have new clients calling in and they are presented with a very high-end phone system, it gives them the impression that you are a very high-end company and that you're with the times and with the technology. So just another selling point. Guys, it's very impressive to your clients to see this type of phone system, and it gives them a very good impression. So all right, guys, if you have any questions in the comments, feel free to ask me. If you want to reach out, if you're interested in this phone system, I am more than happy to help you get started, to answer any questions that I can answer and direct you to some of the forums for even more technical and complicated questions. I really recommend this phone system. For the most part, it's free. You can also buy very affordable office desk phones. You can have multiple lines phones. For literally 40 to 60 bucks, you can get a very, very decent office desk phone. They also sell Wi-Fi based cordless phones. If you want to go that route and have cordless phones at your job sites and utilize the client's Wi-Fi, of course with their permission, you can run these phones off of Wi-Fi. They're a little more pricey, but they are a great option if you need to get a phone into your officers' hands on job sites. So if you got questions, guys, feel free to ask in the comments. Please ask questions, because I am more than happy to answer questions and to help you guys out and get you started on a better phone system. I've been using this software for, 11 years now is when I got started in doing my own phone systems. And so I'm very familiar with the phone system. I've deployed several phone systems for several businesses. It's very reliable. It works great. You can do custom hold music. You can do advertisements in your hold music. Everything is customizable, super flexible. Guys, I'm just going to leave you with that. As always, watch your six, stay safe, and I will catch you later.